Inky, the beloved octopus of the National Aquarium of New Zealand, has escaped. But don't worry, I found him. I'm Crystal and this is the Technophiles Newscast. Today I'm bringing you a fun little story about, like I said, Inky the Octopus, who had a daring escape from the New Zealand National Aquarium. A few weeks ago, after some maintenance, the lid to Inky's aquarium was accidentally left open, and the next day when the aquarium workers came back, Inky was nowhere to be seen. They do know, however, that Inky was not stolen because along the side of the aquarium, they actually found sucker marks from Inky getting out of the aquarium, using his little suckers to go down the side, and then there was a small trail of slime and water leading across the floor and over to a drain pipe. Fortunately, this drain pipe leads directly into the ocean, so we're pretty sure that Inky's fine and living back out in the wild. So I want to make clear here that there's no reason to think that Inky was unhappy or didn't have a good home, because in reality, octopuses are known for escaping from aquariums. The fact of the matter is they are highly intelligent and they don't have bones. For this reason, their curiosity leads them to get out of places and try to look around, and because of the no bones thing, they can squish through the tiniest of little spaces. In fact, the only hard part on an octopus is its beak, so hypothetically, as long as the space is big enough for the beak to fit through, the rest of it can basically squish down and follow the beak through. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, how could Inky possibly survive, and why are the aquarium workers so certain that he did? Well, here's the thing. Octopuses have this slime on their skin, for lack of a better term, that will keep the moisture in and basically allow them to survive outside of the water for a given amount of time. The other thing working in Inky's favor for survival is that Inky was not aquarium born. He was actually brought in by a fisherman who found him in a crayfish pot. At the time, Inky looked pretty rough, and that was a couple years ago, but since then he's fully recovered and looks like a healthy octopus. So, considering he was born and grew up in the wild and only spent a couple years in the aquarium, the professionals there are pretty certain that he'll do just fine going back into the wild. This doesn't mean the aquarium is now without an octopus, because Inky left behind his beloved friend, or maybe they were enemies, who knows, but he left behind Blotchy, who has been with the aquarium for some time. We're not sure how Blotchy feels about this. He's not taking interviews right now, but we're pretty certain that he's okay with it, because it turns out that octopuses are actually quite solitary creatures. Octopuses, also sometimes known as aliens of the sea, which we covered before, are fascinating creatures, and we're learning more about them every day, but they're still kind of mysterious. And sort of like the opposite of cute cat videos, I've noticed that there's videos of octopuses escaping weird things all over the internet. You know that one with the jar, the tentacle comes out and the octopus actually opens the jar? And there's many more. So why don't you share your favorite octopus video with us in the comments below, and we will check that out while we stay on Inky Watch. Or you could tweet us links at Technophiles Pod, or comment on Facebook at Technophiles Podcast. You can also, of course, always find us on our website at www.technophilespodcast.com. And if you just want to talk to me personally, you can find me over at GamerAnthro on Twitter. Or you can check out any of our other great shows like the Technophiles Podcast, Tabletop Tech Shop, Sci-Fi Science. Wow. We do a lot of stuff. You know what might be easier? You should hit our subscribe button. That would make Inky very happy.